One of the fastest ways to destroy your happiness, your confidence, and your purpose in life is comparison. And the crazy part is most of us don't even realize that we're doing it. You could wake up feeling perfectly fine, but then you open Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and suddenly your life feels smaller. Suddenly, your body isn't good enough. Your bank account isn't good enough. Your followers aren't good enough. And you start feeling behind in a race that you ain't even signed up for. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. Comparison is one of the most dangerous habits anyone can form. Not because other people are better than you, but because comparison distorts your reality. And today, we're going to talk about why comparison is so damaging, how it silently destroys your confidence, why the people you envy might be struggling more than you are, and how to stop comparing yourself so you can finally focus on your own lane. Because listen, the moment you stop comparing yourself to others is the moment your life actually starts. Comparison steals all joy. Let's start with the first and most obvious problem. Comparison steals your joy. You can be completely happy with your life until you see somebody else's life. You could be proud of your progress, be proud of your apartment, you could be proud of your body, your happiness, you could be proud of your business you created, but then you see someone online who seems like they're doing better than you. And suddenly, everything you were proud of feels small. And that's the trap, because comparison changes the way you measure your own life. So instead of asking, am I growing? You start asking, am I better than them though? Instead of asking, am I happy? You start asking, do I look successful enough? And the sad part is, there will always be someone doing it bigger than you. Always. Someone richer, someone prettier, someone with more followers, someone with a bigger house, someone whose life looks way more exciting. If your happiness depends on being ahead of everyone else, you will never be satisfied. Because comparison turns life into a competition instead of just a journey. Social media is a highlight reel. Now let's talk about something important. Most of the people that you're comparing yourself to, you don't actually know their real life. You know their highlight reel. And that's dangerous. Because social media shows you the best moments of someone's life, not the entirety of it. And not the truth. You see the vacation pictures, but you don't see the credit card debt. You see the relationship photos, couple goals, but you don't see the arguments, the cheating, the loneliness. You see that nice car, but you don't see the stress, the loans, or the pressure behind that vehicle. And sometimes the person you're envying is actually struggling far more than you. There are people with hundreds of thousands of followers who are deeply unhappy. People with money who feel empty, people with relationships who feel trapped, people with fame who feel alone. But because comparison is based on appearance, not reality, we convince ourselves that their life must be perfect, and we punish ourselves for not measuring up. Comparison destroys confidence. Now let's talk about what comparison does to your mind. Comparison slowly destroys your confidence, because every time you compare yourself, you're telling your brain one thing: I'm not enough. Not pretty enough, not successful enough, not smart enough, not accomplished enough. And when you repeat these messages over and over again, your brain starts to believe it. That's how insecurity grows. It doesn't come from reality. It comes from constant comparison. And the crazy thing is, you might be doing great in your own life. You might be building something. You might be raising a child. You could be healing, you could be learning, you might be starting over. But because someone else seems further ahead, you convince yourself that your progress doesn't even matter. And that's heartbreaking. Because your journey deserves respect too. Life is not fair. Here's another truth people don't like hearing. Life isn't always fair. Sometimes someone else might start off with advantages you didn't have. And sometimes people get opportunities that you don't get. Sometimes someone grows faster than you. And yes, sometimes some people get treated better than you. You might see this in relationships. You might see one father treating another child better than the other. You might see one family member getting more support from the family than the other. You might see someone else get opportunities that you never even had. But comparison in those situations will just destroy you mentally and emotionally. Because when you focus on what someone else received, you lose the power to build your own path. You start living in resentment instead of growth. And resentment never built anything. Comparison distracts you from your own lane. Another dangerous thing about comparison is that it distracts you from your own lane. Imagine trying to drive down the highway while staring at the car next to you. Eventually, you're gonna crash because you're not focused on your road anymore. That is what comparison does. It pulls your focus away from your own progress. So you stop asking, what can I build? What can I improve? What is my purpose? And then instead, you start studying everyone else's life. Their money, body, respect, followers. And the more time you spend watching other people's lane, the less time you spend building your own lane. How to stop comparing yourself. So how do you actually stop doing this? Here are a few things that can really help. First, limit what you consume. If certain pages or people constantly make you feel inadequate, mute them, unfollow them, protect your space and your peace. Second, focus on your progress, not anyone else's timeline. Your life is not supposed to look like anyone else's. Your path is unique. Your struggles are unique. Your growth is unique. Third, practice gratitude. Comparison focuses on what you don't have. Gratitude focuses on what you do have. Your health, family, opportunities, growth, and more. And when you focus on what you already have, your mindset changes completely. Finally, remember that everybody's life has hidden struggles. Everyone, even the person you envy, the person you compare yourself to, and the person that has everything together, you don't know their full story. Alright, so listen. Comparison is one of the quietest ways people ruin their own life. Not because they aren't capable, but because they're too busy measuring themselves up against everyone else. But the truth is, your life was never meant to be a copy of anyone else's. You have your own story, your own thing, your own path. And the moment you stop comparing, it's the moment that you start creating a life that belongs to you. So stay on your lane, focus on your growth, and remember, someone out there is probably looking at your life, thinking you're the one who has it all together.